Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and in this video I'm going to talk about point weights, especially tungsten point weights, and the different weights that Olympians use. And well, since I make tungsten points, I have some direct knowledge on what kind of weights people buy for their arrows when it comes to tungsten weights, especially for the Easton X10 and X10 Pro Tour. Of course, this is going to focus on really just X10s, because I'm going to talk about Olympic recurve archers. But this can kind of give you an idea on the variety there actually is in point weights when it comes to target archery. Now, for a good amount of time, I've always heard from some very accomplished shooters that 100 grain points are the way to go. 100 grain, that's what the engineers over at Easton wanted. All right, sounds like a pretty fair assessment. There's a lot of really skilled archers that shoot with 100 grain points. Brady's one of them. Jack is another. I know Jake as well also shot with 100s, and countless other archers, especially in North America. Now, personally, what I'm seeing is that 100 grains are pretty much exclusively a North American thing. Maybe a little bit into South America, but honestly, basically just North America is shooting with 100 grain points. There is a few in Europe, but the majority of what I personally am seeing is hundreds are primarily a US thing and a North American thing. Now, that's not a bad thing, as Brady has done quite well shooting 100 grain points, and he holds countless world records from it, and currently still holds, at this time of filming, the 72 arrow world record. So with that, hundreds could be the thing. Another person who is very well qualified is Kevin. He just won gold at the Paralympics for recurve. So again, another person that I personally have talked to who likes to bust on me about when you're switching over to 100 grain points, Anthony. And I have to say, he does have a point. I don't have a gold medal, and he does now. So he's got a point. So 120 grain points are, I would say, the most common point out there. For North America, they're probably just under the 100 grains in terms of the volume that I am seeing. They are the point of choice in Asia and in Europe and Africa as well, which says a lot. Now, archers that use these points, well, the Korean national team, and if you watch them for the 2020, 2021 Olympics, or 2016, or 2012, or we could just keep going. They've been extremely dominant, and they've been extremely dominant shooting 120 grains. Now again, does this mean 120 grains you're going to be an amazing Olympian? No, but just another example of a different group of archers shooting a different weight of point, but still getting amazing results. Now, I personally shoot 120 grain points. I've always liked it. I felt it was the best for me, and it always seemed to work the best when I was trying to set up X10 arrows, Easton X10 arrows to shoot. Maybe in the future I can try to do some tests trying to show or trying to see if there is a difference between 100, 120, and 140, but that is not for this video. Now, with the 120s out of the way, we gotta go on to the big boys, the 140 grain point. And this is something that is very interesting, or at least I find very interesting, especially since I'm somebody who's selling 140 grain tungsten points. So 140 grain points for Olympic recurve are basically the equivalent of finding a 27-inch left-hand riser. Very rare and few and far between. Honestly, I Don't know many Olympic recurve shooters that will shoot these. I've heard they're quite popular in compound, and there is a fair amount of barebow shooters that shoot 140s. They like that extra point weight. Now, in terms of, globally, they're pretty much just located in Europe and North America for people that are buying 140 grain points. It doesn't seem to be a common thing anywhere else until recently. Matej won the gold in men's Olympic recurve individual. And what was he shooting? He was shooting 140 grain points. Not my points, but he was shooting 140 grain points. So that does lead to the question now, was he onto something? Is 140s now the new magical? I'm gonna get nothing but 10s when I shoot 70 meters? No, he just practices a lot. And so do all the other Olympians that are up on that stage. But it does show that he obviously finds 140 grain points working very well for him. So he uses them. And that is kind of the point of this whole video, is I definitely recommend trying out different weights of points, but find what you feel works best for you, because it really seems like at the end of the day, you've got to just use what works for you. Because 100s, again, you got, Brady and Kevin, gold medal, tons of world records by Brady. But then you got 120s with Korea. Korea wins basically all the other medals. They've held Olympic and world records in the past. Unbelievably most successful team out there, especially when it comes to the Olympic Games. So it's like, oh, well, you got the 120s, and now you got 140s going on with Matej, and there's just a world of options. So this video probably didn't, help you decide which one to buy or use, but hopefully at least give you the impression that you really can't go wrong with point weight unless your equipment is totally not like tuning up and working. Then you went wrong with point weight or shaft size for that matter. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it was me talking, but I figured I would share some of this insider knowledge since I am selling tungsten points. And if you do want those, I would recommend clicking on the link to sureshotarchery.com in the description. You can check them out. I sell the most affordable tungsten points on the market. Brady uses them, Kevin uses them, Jack uses them, and the sun is turning on me. So thank you so much for watching. Check them out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, happy shooting.